Welcome to the R Spot. I am Iyanla Vanzant. The other day, one of my friends asked me, just what is a healthy relationship? I had to scratch my head for a minute because I realized that there are many people who have no clue what it is, what it means, what it takes to have a healthy relationship. So that's the topic of today's R Spot. What is a healthy relationship? Now, a healthy relationship is not hard to experience once you know what it is and what really matters. So for the purpose of this R Spot, we are addressing the health of all relationships, not just intimate love ships. This applies to friendships and family relationships also. So let's start with the elements of a healthy relationship. A healthy relationship is one you want to be in. Not one that you are in or have been in so long you don't know how to leave, or one that you're used to being in, or one that you're in out of habit or obligation or a sense of responsibility. A healthy relationship is one that you want to be in because it is good for you and the other people involved. Which brings us to the second element. A healthy relationship is one in which you feel affirmed, supported, and encouraged to be the best person you can be. In fact, a healthy relationship makes you want to be a better person. This means that you can be your authentic self, your real self, at all times with the person you're in relationship with. You have your strengths that are recognized and your weaknesses and shortcomings that are accepted, not criticized, but that you're also supported in working out and working through. You have your individual talents and interests that are supported, and your voice, your view, your needs are considered in the things that you do together. In a healthy relationship, you get to be you as you change and shift and grow without being expected to be who the other person or people need and want you to be in order to keep them comfortable. I think another sign of a healthy relationship is that there's trust, honesty, respect, compassion, forgiveness, compromise, and a shared vision, shared interest, and a willingness to practice all of those principles and live up to them to the best of your ability. In other words, a healthy relationship exists within the construct of guiding principles. This does not mean that you won't have disagreements or differences of opinion and breakdowns. What it means is that when things get tough, trust, truth, honesty, respect, compassion, forgiveness, compromise take precedence over being right and having your own way. In a healthy relationship, you are willing to love selflessly, and you enjoy looking for the little ways to keep the love in your relationship alive. You give without expectation of anything in return. You find ways to crank up the energy in the relationship. You pay attention to what the other person likes, wants, needs, and when possible, you support it or provide it. This is important because as a relationship matures, your good efforts may not bring the same fulfillment or excitement. We can get so used to a person or a relationship that after a while, the excitement and the connection just kind of wears off. But in a healthy relationship, you keep looking for ways that you can rekindle that spark, that connection, that energy that makes you enjoy being together. This applies to your mother, your sister, your brother, your father, and yes, your lover and your children. So in review, I think that a healthy relationship is one that you want to be in, one in which you feel affirmed and supported, one that has guiding principles, and one that you want to keep alive and exciting. A healthy relationship is also the one that you're prepared to work for and work on. Yes, a healthy relationship requires a lot of work. However, when you want to be in the relationship, when you're passionate about the relationship and its health, it won't seem like work at all. A relationship is a living thing. It needs to be nurtured and nourished. And if you want to keep the relationship healthy, you can't just sit back and wait for the good times to roll in. You need to initiate it. This means you have to look for ways to create happy memories all of the time, even if it means doing something silly that you both enjoy. Now that we have some of the elements, because this list is in no way complete, let's look at some of the ways to activate what's required for a healthy relationship. Let's start here. Communicate, communicate, communicate. Talk about who you are, because you're changing day by day, moment by moment. Talk about how you are changing. Talk about what you want and what you need. Talk about your strengths, your weaknesses, your fears. Talk about what you see and what you know. And always, always be as honest as you can. And as much as you talk, listen. Listen with your ears. Listen with your heart. Listen with your soul. And always be willing to hear something new about the other person. And never, ever, ever use what you hear as a weapon or a tool for dishonorable intentions. Stay present in your relationship. If you want your relationship to be healthy and stay healthy, then you have to be in it. Mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Be mindful not to allow outside responsibilities, demands, and interests to take your mind and heart and your soul out of the heart of the relationship. If your time and energy and attention is being drawn away, communicate that. Communicate what you're up to so that the other person knows and is aware, even if they don't like it or don't understand. At least they will know that you're still present. If you want a healthy relationship, please do your best to have a pleasant disposition and a happy outlook. Be cheerful, be willing and open to have fun, and be loving. Be excited about being able to spend time with the other person. Make time for them because you want to, not because you feel you have to. It is so easy to get bogged down with work and worries and kids and bills that you forget or take for granted the other person or people that you love and care about. This, for me, is huge. And this really determines and can determine the health of a relationship. Stand by each other. Stand with each other and stand for each other. In a healthy relationship, people stand with, for, and by each other. Life is not always a bed of roses, and sometimes you may experience total bliss and happiness, and at other times both of you may have to push your way through tough times and misery. Mistakes happen. People, circumstances, and situations change. So learn to stand together and support each other when things get tough. Sometimes hard times are nothing but a test of love and commitment. In a healthy relationship, people lend a shoulder when it's needed instead of saying, "I told you so," or "Look what you did." So, if I had to sum this up in one sentence, I would say, a healthy relationship is one that you want to be in, where you can do and will treat a person the way you want to be treated. You see the best for the other person even when they don't see it for themselves or within themselves. A healthy relationship is one where you know it is no longer safe or healthy or loving for things to continue the way they are. So you make an effort to improve the health of the relationship. And in the process, you may discover that there are those times and circumstances when the healthiest thing you can do, the most loving thing you can do, is exit the relationship. Now, this list of elements and behaviors is in no way complete, nor does it cover every possible situation. It's just the beginning. Some things for you to consider. So I hope you've heard something that will support you in creating, recreating, or building healthier, happier relationships. Until next time, stay in peace and not pieces.